Hi, Rob Sinclair from E&S Trading. Here we are today with the Electrolux front loader, the EWF1074, a fabulous seller across the whole of Australia. Let's have a look at a few of the reasons why. So first of all, let's hop onto the dial. The machine's simply broken up into some nice logical areas. First of all, my cottons area, and the temperature selection is actually varied across that cycle. And then I've got my synthetics area, again, with temperatures ranging from 60 through to 30 degrees. And I've got a lovely little delicates area again on 40 degrees or 30 degrees. Some specialty washers around the side here, a straight spin. I can drain the machine there manually, and I've got a rinse option as well. And then I've got some very, very delicate hand washers, either as a straight cold wash, no introduction of hot water at all, or a hand wash at 30 degrees Celsius. Let's look at some times. So here on this machine here, it tells me when I go to the cotton cycle, the maximum spin of the machine is used, and that's 1000 RPM, and it's going to take 2 hours and 20 minutes. I've got a couple of options I can select on that wash as well. I can bring in a pre-wash, I can go to economy, or I can speed the machine up and go to a fast wash on there as well. Going around to synthetics, you'll see here that my 60 degree cycle goes through in about an hour and 30 minutes, but I can speed that up just by going through to the quick section and bring it back to 50 minutes, which I think is pretty handy. And you'll notice also the fast cycle on this machine is selecting the 30 degree temperature on synthetics and then bringing in the quick, and that machine will rattle through nice and fast just in 20 minutes, which is handy if you want to quickly get a garment through the cycle before a function, or maybe before you dash out going to work. You can hang it on the line and put it in the dryer then. Moving around, we've got the delicates area. Now this is a really beautifully designed cycle just to get a very, very slow rotation to manage delicate garments. So don't be nervous about putting high quality woolen or silk garments in this machine, because it will treat them beautifully. A longer cycle because it needs to be slow but delicate, but I probably can speed that up a bit just by going through to the quick cycle and bring it back to 35 minutes. A hand wash option at cold is quite nice at 50 minutes of timing. Let's have a look inside the machine. Good sized door opening, lovely little stainless steel drum inside here, and a 7 kilo capacity, offering a nice generous size for family lifestyle. You'll notice on the machine we've got our energy ratings here, and this machine is a 4-star machine with a 246 rating, chewing through 246 kilowatt hours of electricity in a full year, washing 7 days a week. That's every day of the year, and that's a very, very low rating. And it's only using 58 litres of water on a long cycle, so that's on the normal wash, 58 litres of water. Up the top here I've got my little area here to put my detergent and softeners in. So I've got my pre-wash bay, my main wash bay, and then I've got my fabric softener bay. You need to fill up the machine for each wash, but it automatically washes those detergents and fabric softeners out at the relevant time in the cycle, which is very, very handy. Whilst we've got the towels on the top here, why don't we look at exactly what 7 kilograms of washing machine actually can fit into it. So you'll see here we've prepared here 5 beach towels, or 5 sort of more generous towels that would be in the bathroom. They're very, very thick, they're a good size, and have a look at how nicely they fit inside this machine. So as we undo those, we can be quite careful in these machines about popping them in and recognising that even sometimes when it looks full, I've got a lot of space up the top here. So don't be nervous about making sure that you fill up all the air pockets inside the machine. And I can still feel there's a nice little pocket of air here. So I'm going to put my last towel in, nice and fluffy, and there we go. There's a perfectly stacked wash. 5 good sized domestic towels, nice thick ones too, fitting inside that machine. So there we have it. Why don't we go around the back now and just see how this machine connects. So here we are around the back of that Electrolux washing machine. What we'll notice first of all is a lovely little big warning sign reminding you, if you're doing a self-install, which you can certainly do on this machine, to remove the transit bolts. Now the transit bolts actually hold that floating drum locked into place. A very, very important thing. But let me assure you, it's even more important to remove them. So here's one here, here's the other one down here, and you'll see the third one over here. You undo these screws. Internally, in beside the internal side of the machine and in between the drum is a spring. You've got to rattle the machine for those springs to drop out. It's important that they're removed, okay? It's an absolute must that these transit bolts are removed before you start using the machine, because the drum is locked into place and there's no way that this machine will operate safely when you turn it on without those bolts being removed. Keep the bolts though, because if you ever move house, they're a very handy thing to pop back in and lock that drum into place so it doesn't swing around and potentially damage the machine. Now you'll notice on here, here's a cold water connection. Like most front loaders, this is a single connection machine and designed to be connected to cold water. The fabulous energy rating we saw on the front was also taking into account that the machine was heating its own water from cold. So those great efficient energy ratings were achieved off cold water and heating the machine to temperature. Terrific result. You'll also see on the machine we've got this lovely modern style of connection of drain hose. And this is designed to go and do it the old way where we used to hang it over the side of the trough, or it can be put down the bypass connection inside the trough, or it's also been designed with this rubber flex kit to actually be connected underneath the sink directly to the plumbing. So a nice easy connection and all out of the road if you can do it that way. So certainly preferable if it's possible. So there we have it. This is the Electrolux machine from behind. A very, very simple machine to connect, and that's what you're facing when you bring it home. But of course, if you buy it from E&S, we'll do all that for you. So there you have it, the fabulous Electrolux front load washing machine, EWF1074. A great seller across Australia, and no wonder why with that feature-packed little bundle that it is.